Welcome back to Zetacraft, where I have been trading my butt off for quartz. So many quartz trades. Honestly, I have probably traded with villagers more times than I can count. Let's see, trades with villagers, 9,855 trades. So yeah, I've been nonstop doing it. I've enchanted a whole bunch of things, and I still have 82 levels left. But we're going to start off this episode by trying to make a deal. I just spent basically all of my diamonds, and when I say basically all of my diamonds, I mean it. I have 4 left there from the 56 I think Ricky gave me, and then I have 3 left in there. So that's all the diamonds I have left to my name, and I spent a good amount buying things for the build that we're going to do. So I bought a bunch of iron, and I bought a bunch of emerald blocks from Geek, or the drop group. So I think I have something that he may want in here. And I am going to attempt to try to get some of my diamonds back by giving him an IOU for the mechanic. He seems to be collecting those from people. So I'm going to see if I can get some back. If not, then we can't, and we already spent the diamonds anyway. So let's go meet up with him in the shopping district. The shopping district.
Hey, Boss Bills.
Hi, how are you, Geek?
I'm doing good. So, you wanted to meet up. What's up?
I do. I wanted to meet up before I spent the diamonds, but I spent the diamonds already. So I wanted to see if I could make a deal to maybe get my diamonds back.
Wait, what?
So if you look in here, well, it looks like you already collected them. There was, yeah, 27 diamonds in this chest that I spent this morning. And then right here in this chest, in the iron one, there was another 24 diamonds that I spent this morning. I'm not going to be able to hear you if you keep going higher.
I'm going back.
I hope
Sorry,
that I
flex a little bit.
I hope that I can catch some. Drop some.
Drop some.
Oh, okay. Just throwing in the company name. I get it. Well, I heard through the grapevine that there's something else that you're potentially interested in other than diamonds.
IOUs.
And I happen to get one from a member of the server that I don't think you have one from.
A mechanic IOU.
And I have no idea what I would use that for. So I feel like...
To me. I don't know. Is this... Thank you.
No, that's
so
not
sweet,
free.
man.
That's the option.
You buy emeralds and now... Oh. I need to give it back now then.
Or you could give some of my diamonds back. Your choice.
How many?
Well, what is an IOU worth to you?
Depends.
I was going to ask for just the 9 emerald blocks, so honestly, I would take 27 diamonds back in a heartbeat. I mean, I bought the iron.
You know what I can do for you? I keep the diamonds, and I'll give you a shulker with iron, with emeralds in it.
A full shulker?
Yep.
Oh, even better. I'll do that. That's so much less trading that I have to do.
So I'll work on that.
I don't need it anytime soon.
It's not going to be blocks, to be honest, but
Oh,
it's just a full shulker with emeralds. Is that okay?
I thought we were talking
that's-
blocks here.
That is almost this in blocks, right? What you bought.
All right, can we do a shulker of just emeralds then, and a shulker of just iron, not blocks?
Okay, deal. We'll do it. I don't know if the company will be happy with me, but I mean...
Well, if they're not happy, you just reach out to me and you let me know. But I feel like an IOU is worth a lot. You can get him to do whatever you want him to do.
Because we did a deal right now, Drop always does complimentary items, so here you go.
Oh, look at that.
Save.
You know what? Let's go ahead and get a achievement for this real quick.
Nice.
Hey, look at that. I died, but I
awesome.
didn't die. So as you heard in that last little clip, I am building a rocket shop. And I don't know if I've really talked about it. I know I gave kind of hints in the last episode, but I don't have any idea where I'm building it. And this may be slight spoilers, so I may have to cut this out. But if it made it, then it's not spoilers. But Splashes is also building a rocket shop, or built one, literally this morning. Like, barely beat me to it. And you can see this fantastic rocket up here, where there is rockets being sold already. So I don't want my rocket shop right next to Splash's rocket shop because that's kind of weird. So I think what I'm going to do is I am going to try to get the people that are a little bit more lazy. And I think I'm going to put it somewhere over here around the portal. And maybe even like prop it up a little bit, like build this up and place it over here on this hill. Or maybe clear it out a little bit, and then because it has kind of a tower, and you'll see it once I build it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to play around with kind of the location and figuring out where I want to put it. And then we will come back, and I'll have all the materials laid out, and we'll talk a little bit about it before we get started. So I'm standing up here looking down on this area that I just spent all this time like semi-terraforming. I might have somebody else come through and mess with it. Obviously, the back corner is a little bit rough right now, but I really wanted to get this shop built, so this is my flat area that I'm using to build it. That's the current shopping district portal, so I'm hoping it stays there, which is why I kind of picked this spot. And we're going to go ahead and start building it. Now, my starter base and this shop are semi-connected. You obviously won't understand that until I build my starter base, which will probably happen in the next episode because this one I wanted to focus on the rocket shop. But either way, let's just go ahead and get right into the build, and I hope that you enjoy the time lapse. Look at that beautiful shop as it comes into render distance. And we have named the shop Take Flight. So with the shop, there's kind of two primary sections. So the first section is the actual private jet, which you can see just sells rockets by the stack. So currently the pricing is set at 2 diamonds for 3 stacks of Flight 1 or 1 diamond for 1 stack of Flight 3. I put all the Flight 1 in the barrels and then all the Flight 3 in the chests. And then they're also named that, and then I have people requested to pay here. As you can see, they're already doing that, so it's working out pretty well. I actually opened this shop last night, and I recorded a quick clip, but I was really tired after I finished building this, and I kind of watched the clip back, and I was basically incoherent, and also I completely messed up all the pricing. So I had to come back and take out all the rockets that I refilled and redo it all. So anyways, let's talk about the Ricky room, because if you come in here into the air traffic control tower, it's set up like a little TSA checkpoint. It beeps when you walk through. Let me stop talking and do it. But anyways, if you read the book, which I'm not going to read the whole thing, it's 8 pages. I will slowly scroll through it, so if you want to pause the video to read what the pages say, it basically explains that you can sign up for a subscription service of rockets based on full shulker boxes. So it's pretty good. We already have one member signed up, and that is who it is named after. So Ricky came last night and signed up and has actually already gotten 2 shulker boxes of rockets delivered. So you can see here, basically what he does is he leaves an empty and his 16 diamonds. I come in, replace it with a full, take the diamonds, and then he can come pick this up whenever he wants. You can see right here that he followed the instructions. He told me he wants flight 1, and it's 16 diamonds per shulker. So hopefully, eventually I can include the shulkers, but right now, since these are literally all the shulkers to my name, I don't know how I only have 8, because I thought I had more than that. Well, I do have 2 in my ender chest, so I guess I do have 10. What I was trying to say is, hopefully, once I get more shulkers, I can include the shulkers in the purchases. But for now, they have to provide their own shulkers, and if they do it right, it'll really only take 2 shulkers, one that you leave with me, and then one that you carry around with you, and then you basically just flip them when you need another full shulker. So it's a pretty good deal, and it is cheaper to do it this way than it is to do it individually. But I also know how it is. Sometimes you just need a quick stack of rockets, and you don't want to pay 16 diamonds. So I also know that I did not time-lapse the sign, which took a little while for me to figure out in creative how to do the letters and get it to look how I wanted it to look. Because I actually ended up doing that this morning. I had about a half an hour to jump on and actually take care of that. So I built it up, and this like green section here, we're actually going to work with Alex to take care of. I offered him a deal to give him some rockets in exchange for him giving me like a little river, maybe a small waterfall like coming down right there, and then like a little river just to make this a little bit more pretty and not just straight grass. That's also the reason why I left some water just kind of hanging out right there. So either way, the shop is now complete, and now we're going to move on to other things. And by other things, I mean we're going to go to the Nether. Not to do anything specific other than I need to set up some Nether portals because I have been using a ton of rockets to fly that direction over to the mob farm, as well as the village that I've been trading for all my quartz. So I'm going to go ahead and get some obsidian and figure out where I want to place these Nether portals. I'll probably just do it all off camera because I got to do the math and figure out what the exact coordinates are, but I believe somebody has already popped a hole in the roof of the Nether, which is where we plan to put our Nether hub this season. So I'm going to go ahead and set up some portals for myself, probably one at my main base area and then probably one out there by the village or the mob farm so that we can get out there much quicker. Well, I guess it's time to see if I did this correctly. So I have 2 portals created, so this is my future main base area, and then there's one over there that we'll go to in a second for my mob farm, or mine and Mindless's mob farm. Well, let's see if this brings us to the portal we just set up. It does. Beautiful. And now let's go back to the roof. Oh, good. You always got to check both because sometimes it just doesn't want to work. And then if I go this direction somewhat... Yeah, this is going to be a mess with the fog. I need to get Optifine. But yeah, you can see right here, Boss Mindless Mob Farm. If I've done this correctly, we should appear right in front of the storage facility. Oh, hey, look at that. And now, let's see if we appear right back. Oh, beautiful. So anyways, we have those done. There's one last thing that I want to do, and we should be able to do it fairly quick. But Arizona Hobby set up like a kind of a game in the shopping district, and I want to show it off. So starter town, which means shopping district, is this way. So I don't yet have a starter base or a main base, so I was missed. So I can take my free turn at the Chance Cavern and head over to this little hole in the wall here, where apparently it tells me these are all of the items that I can win right now. So I can win some frog lights, some wool, some diamonds, gear or armor, or some books. And then I think if I read this, all right, it makes sense. So let's turn in this. and then hit the button. So we get a gray wool. I wonder if it's specific to that gray wool. And then where am I supposed to put this? This is what you get when you don't read things. That's the prize ticket, I think. And I think I put... I did it wrong. This is what happens when you skip reading the books. Okay, anyways, let's play a couple more times. So, I have a few diamonds here. I have 3 diamonds left from my original diamond pile. So, I'm going to play 3 more times. You know me, I always like to give back to the economy. Plus, I need some wool anyway. So, honestly, if I win wool, it's not a bad prize. I don't know what this one... Oh, it's like random. Basically, you pick one out of there. That'd be cool to win. So either way, let's go ahead and throw in a diamond. Press a button. Okay, we got a frog light. So let's go ahead and return that. I don't have those ones yet, so that's good. And let's do it 2 more times. So diamond, I'm just gonna do it 2 times in a row. Ooh, random chest. Ooh, so we could get some diamond horse armor, some glass, some debris, a heart of the sea. I think I'm gonna have to take a debris. And the last one. Another verdant frog light. I was hoping for the yellow one. That's okay. I'll take some green ones. But that was fun. We might come back here and play some more, but I want to leave some prizes for other people. We got 4 prizes here, so a half a stack of wool, 2 stacks of frog lights, and an ancient debris, which we're going to go ahead and just throw in there for now. So I've been over here just doing insane amounts of trades. I've been leveling things up. I don't want to show you, but I'm going to show you. I've been enchanting tools while I've been trading. Because you know me, I like to do big projects and we need a lot of pickaxes and stuff like that. But I've also been cooking up some quartz for one of my next builds. So this is another reason why I needed all of this stuff. And I have just been summoned. Alex and I have a little trade that we want to do. So I'm going to head over there real quick to the shopping district and meet up with him and see if we can get this trade completed. And then I also have an offer for him to do some landscaping services. So let's see what he thinks about that.
Rockets, which we probably need to buy some. And I think I saw Boss. Maybe Boss, you there?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, buddy.
You said you were already here, and then I had
know.
to wait on you.
I haven't got to that part yet. I'm actually here to meet you so we can do a deal.
Oh, I'm so excited.
You're excited?
Yeah. Well, we already talked about this trade, but I have a secondary offer for you.
Oh, what's that?
Well, first let's do our little trade. So I haven't actually talked about the actual trade yet. I just gathered the materials that we talked about. So there's what you asked me for.
Ooh, that looks good. That looks really good.
And let's see if you got what I asked you for. Oh,
Yes.
yes, you're the best.
Got some wood for you, and you got the gunpowder for me, which will give me a good supply of rockets, because I think the next part of our deal will include some rockets in the future.
Yeah. So, I have a problem. So if you come over here, you can see like the shop looks really great, right? We got the sign, we got the air traffic control tower, the private jet.
Mm-hmm.
But the landscaping is a little bit rough. As Ricky put it, it looks like there's a chunk error behind it.
That is true. It looks
so
bad.
Since you're like Mr. Retaining Wall and stuff, I thought it might be cool if you kind of like rounded this out back here and then put like a nice retaining wall to like hold up the mountain.
Right. And I think because you sell rockets, there should be a deal involved where I get paid in rockets.
Yeah, but hold on, that's not the only other thing. The other thing is like right
more?
here, see there's this like big empty like space. I think it'd be cool to have like a small waterfall coming down.
Oh.
And then like maybe like a little stream and some landscaping around here, maybe a little bridge. Just something to make it a little bit cuter instead of just flat grass ugly.
Oh, this is a very custom order.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to drive the price up quite a bit.
Yeah, that's fine. You know how many rockets I've crafted already?
Probably a lot, which just means that I can charge you more.
47,850.
All right, I'll take 40,000.
Okay, that's a lot. I mean, that's a little
All right, no deal.
ridiculous.
Okay. I don't know. Like, can we do like a monthly subscription plan?
Yeah, you could sign up in the Ricky room and maybe like your first like 4 boxes are free.
4 boxes? I'll just take 4 boxes of rockets for the whole deal.
It's like a lot of rockets.
You just said 4 though, not
Yeah,
me.
but on a subscription plan. If you're just taking them straight up, maybe it'd be like 2 boxes.
I don't need them all on the same day. Just need them in general.
Okay, so 4 boxes, but you provide the boxes.
That's fair. I can do that.
Okay. Deal. Shake.
Ah,
Oh, and also,
it's fitting.
one last little stipulation. You can undeal me if you want, but I have final say. So if I hate something and I want to make you change it, then I get to ask you to change it.
Okay.
Okay, good.
But I want your LA.
You want my ally, the captain of the private jet?
Yeah, I want that.
I don't even think you can give it away once you've given it an item. I think it's yours.
Then I'll take its head.
No, that's so mean. Can't even
I'm
get in
kidding,
there.
okay.
It's locked.
No deal on that part. Just everything else we talked about is good.
Okay. And I'm excited to see what
there
you
he
do
is.
with it.
I can't even see it, but it sounds adorable. Okay, yeah, so that's a deal.
All right, deal. Four boxes
later.
of rockets and a landscaping
out.
job.
See you later, bye.
Bye. All right, back to what I was doing. I need to continue gathering material. This is so awkward.
Oh, sorry. I'll go this way. You go that way.
And that's fine. You could just wait.
No,
I'm
you're
just
good.
talking to the camera. If you could
Okay,
just
go ahead.
sit there quietly.
Okay,
I need to
yeah.
continue gathering materials. I'm going to do this, and I'm probably going to end the episode here. No, Alex, this isn't Tides of Treasure. I'm probably going to end the episode here because I have done a lot in this episode. This is not Tides of Treasure. You don't shoot bows at people.